Well, I'm Tom Thompson. I'm the Executive Director of the Nelson District Chamber of Commerce.
I'm Jason Taylor. I'm the Department Head and Research Lead here at the STAC with Selkirk Technology Access Center.
My name is Rebecca Hornung. I am the General Manager of Whitewater Ski Resort.
I'm Cam Shute, and I'm the founder of Dark Horse Innovations.
No matter where you go, you can be in Toronto at a trade fair, you can be in Vancouver, and certainly all of the people around the province of British Columbia know all about us and are just really, wow, you live in Nelson? Oh, I've always loved Nelson, or I'd love to be a part of the Kootenays. Oh, it's such a beautiful place. Now, how can I carve out a piece of the pie?
I moved to Nelson to find the life balance, the quiet in my mind, the proximity to recreation, and the community that would support me in my journey. And I started Dark Horse Innovations here so I could provide that service to others who don't have that quiet or that access to creativity.
Well, I came for the skiing and snowboarding. I got the job at Whitewater, which enabled me to move to this community. Upon arrival, discovered how much it had to offer. Nelson is very unique in the fact that it has such a vast array of recreational activities, but combined with a very strong arts and culture side to the community as well that really leads to inspiration as well. You find a lot of artists that are inspired by the recreational activities or just the landscape with the water, the mountains. It's just such a unique collection.
When you're trying to push something forward as a sole proprietor or just a one person, often it does, that saying, it takes a community, is so true. People just get behind things that are done here. People support you every time you see them. They ask questions. They keep you accountable to showing up. You're not faceless in a region here. That's something I was worried about at the start, and now it's something I really appreciate, that people know who you are and they know what you're doing and they want to help.
We look at it as this is a great place to visit, but we also believe this is a great place to live, work, invest, and to raise a family. We're going to be close to the mountains. We're going to be close to the mountain biking trails. We're going to be close to the water and have a great downtown culture with lots of nightlife and lots of ambiance in the downtown core. So it really has a lot more than just a tourism component. It has an economic development component that's very attractive.
The person that's really drawn to Nelson is someone that has kind of lifestyle in the forefront. Again, just the easy access to everything at your doorstep, but also is looking for a little bit more vibrancy in a community as well.
You can be home in 5 minutes and then literally on your mountain bike and out mountain biking. If
you ever go up to the resort on a powder morning, you'll know that people have that lifestyle is kind of forefront to their work life and play. It's an area that you can jump out in any minute and go for a mountain bike ride or get a couple laps in at the ski hill, go for a paddle on the lake.
I can be designing, maybe 3D printing a prototype in the morning, and in the afternoon I can be out skiing it on the ski hill. It's pretty hard to compete with that.
There's a lot more flexibility in the Kootenay lifestyle, and I think that's something that a lot of people really like, whether you're a single individual or if you're a family.
I now have a couple clients who are located here, right here in Nelson, and that never really happened before. Some of the key reasons for that is the promotion of the sector, but also just the awareness of the resources that are here, like the Selkirk Technology Access Center. It's an incredible multi-million-dollar prototyping facility that's right here in our region, and makers have access to it.
When you drive by this facility, it's like you would have no idea that there's $3+ million worth of just amazing technology that you definitely wouldn't find all in one place at a company or like an industrial plant, nor with the team that we've been able to build and support. There are some pieces of equipment that you can't find anywhere else in BC, let alone in the Kootenay region. The people that are going to buy the gear that we make in this area need it to be strong. They need it to last. They need it to be built right, to not only last, but to be sustainable, to be built for repair. You know, that we keep product on the shelves or at least in people's hands. When we design and support industry like the core team, we often start at that point. You know, design and build for longevity, design and build for repair. You know, also using materials that are sustainable. But that's what Kootenay Approved means. It needs to last and be able to be, sought after by the locals that want awesome gear.
When I think of what it means to be Kootenay Approved, what it personally means to me is that you've probably tested it more than you would have living in another region, and it's simply due to the proximity and the ease of access to your testing grounds. The amount of time that you can spend figuring out what's the little thing that makes your solution that much more compelling, that comes from doing things again and again and again and trying and experimenting and iterating.
So it's a big area, not overly populated, certainly lots of room for people to relocate to. And if people start seeing that Kootenay Approved branding is just one more thing that starts to become synonymous with our region.
At Whitewater specifically, we work with a lot of manufacturers, especially in our rental and retail shops. We often are working with them in having them at specific events or just demonstrating their gear to our community as well. And we find often that many of them are looking to work with us just because they want to be a part of what Nelson provides as a community in partnership with the Whitewater experience as well.
The initiative that Cora has been working on and raising that profile is really, really significant, and we want to be a part of it. And having support from ETSI and promoting this project is just tremendous. And we always want to be as collaborative as possible and work with as many economic development organizations as possible.
I think the biggest part is to know that the support is here. The industry support or the business support, the knowledge from designers to manufacturers to marketing agencies to the whole support network is here. We play a part. At the stack, we will help often get that thing off of a napkin drawing and into your hand as a physical object. And that's, for the core gear makers, that's what we're here for, is to support in the design, manufacturing, testing, all of that kind of stuff. That's what we're here for.
I can honestly say I don't think I've ever had a really great idea just grinding it out at the computer. Never. It's always like my inspiration comes from being out, immersed in the wilderness. I think the work that CORE is doing to promote this sector, and actually, the sector was always there, it just wasn't visible. I think the work they're doing is amazing to support this, and I just hope that the sector continues to grow and flourish. And with CORE behind it, I believe it will. I'd love there to be an industry here and for there to be jobs for kids who grow up in the region in that industry. So I think it's possible, and I can't wait to be part of it.